Pinky mistakes chest for tummy. The yaks are a simple people. Whatever you do, don't startle them with flashy unicorn magic or I'm going to needlessly teleport to them. Perhaps the yaks are meant to be dumb, and dare I say, bullheaded, but this is a terrible way to introduce a recurring species. Their childish, property damage-filled tantrum should not go unpunished, let alone rewarded. The ultimate party pooper. This one random nail serves no purpose. It is also moving on its own. Starlight Glimmer branded glue, made from all-natural equine dissidents.
I think they broke my record for most stuff broken in under a minute. They even broke the trophy.
Fun fact, this joke was written by Brian Goldner himself. At least that's the joke I would have made if the credits hadn't confessed during the joke itself. Suspiciously stashed trophy.
All we have to do is show them how great it can be to have friends.
Is this before or after we convince them we're not a cult? Also, isn't it rather xenophobic to assume the yaks don't have friends just because they're not ponies?
Presenting Animals Yak-Yakistan style!
Cultural appropriation, the episode. Fluttershy disappears between shots. This is straight up attempted murder, and every pony is ultimately okay with that.
Imported from the Crystal Empire to match your northern sensibilities.
Crystal ponies, yaks, them northern creatures are all the same.
You just make it up to them!
Yes, the ponies clearly have to make it up to the yaks for their bad behavior. Living relatively northernly, I can confirm this is exactly how snow works.
Snow is snow, no matter where it comes from.
Missed rhyming opportunity. Hyperventilation reads much better on script than it sounds in practice. Gummy expresses an emotion. This was 1 inch away from TVMA.
Don't worry, I'll be back in time for the party.
Pinkie Pie discovers time travel.
This burden falls on my rump, and my rump alone.
You could have just said back or shoulders, Pinkie. No need to make it weird.
Do you have any idea how I can get there?
I'm heading north to the Crystal Empire myself.
Pinkie Pie may not have many intelligence points, but her luck skill is maxed out.
Me and the boys are powerful tired because we was up all night counting cherries.
This is incredibly poor planning on her part. And no, this isn't a last-minute decision due to the train's schedule change since she was occupied during that time.
The yaks are going home!
They also just declared war.
We declare war!
But that part's not important.
That I may have just started a war.
Twilight has no reason to blame the yak's terrible behavior on herself.
Wow! We were rescued midair by the Wonderbolts, and then they gave me a ride to Manhattan. I joined a traveling band and we played some shows here and there.
Deus Ex Machina, quickly followed by a distraction to help us forget that they were as good as dead.
Creative differences tore us apart, and that's when I knew I had to get back on with my journey to the Crystal Empire.
But the Crystal Empire is where the story left off. Cadence appears to be standing on the very top of her shoes.
No pony who's attempted this climb has ever returned.
They loved Yak-Yakistan so much they decided to live there, right? Cadence may have a history of misplacing faith in others, but if what she said is true, and there's a good chance Pinkie Pie is going to die, how could she possibly be okay with this? She should send Spike instead. Pinkie's secret party planning cave doesn't make much sense considering her bedroom is on the top floor. Did they fall straight through the cake shop as well? Also, this carpet is conveniently smaller when the floor needs to open up. This joke might be funny if the show was consistently cartoony to such an excessive extent, but it's not, so it's not. It makes no sense for her to slide from here to here, down to here, then back up here. Cherry Jubilee finished her delivery to the Crystal Empire and traveled to Manhattan faster than this episode dropped suspension of disbelief.
I was this close to helping Twilight.
This close. If ponies in the secret cave can be heard all the way up here, is it really a secret at all? A murmur up here has to be very noticeable down here.
It's notes for the party she wants to throw for her folks' 50th anniversary. But they ain't nearly that old.
This is the most we ever hear about a character's actual age, and it still tells us nothing.
She's already planning their 100th, too. And their 500th?
Watch out, Alicorns. The Pie family is also immortal and biding their time for a takeover. Wonderbolt recruitment is racially biased.
There's always 4, Pinkie Pie.